the total?
$30.96.
$30.96.
Hello, welcome back to What Wanders in Arts. Today we're going to be making a couple of things for a co-worker of Julie's, my sister, who's having a baby very soon. So today we're going to make a diaper cake and a wreath for this co-worker. So what I want to show you first is we went to Dollar Tree and bought a bunch of stuff at the Dollar Tree and then also some stuff at Walmart to make these, the diaper cake and the wreath. We may or may not use all of it. Most likely we will not use all of it, but we just wanted to have some options, so there's a lot of stuff on this counter right now. So we'll just start here. We got a couple of these kind of like fleece receiving blankets, a couple of packs of baby fork and spoon, and they are very cutely baby Elmo and baby Cookie Monster on them. Very cute. A couple of baby bibs. These are cute. Some wash mitts in a couple of 3 different styles here. Very cute. A little ducky bath poof. A 2-pack of washcloths. Some different styles of socks. Some stuffy nose wipes. Hand sanitizer wipes. Some baby wash. Several different squeezy books. Cotton buds. Microfiber hand towels, and then also some washcloths. And there were also a couple packs of diaper wipes that we got as well. And then Julie also got some stuff from Walmart to round out our gifts here. We got this lots of links sort of set of toys, a rattle, a couple more diaper wipes, a giant box of Pampers diapers, this really cute elephant, a elephant lovey, and then another shaker type toy. So those are the supplies we're going to start with. I have some other things that we just had on hand to use to make it, and we'll go through that more when we are actually making the cake and the wreath. Okay, so we're gonna start by making the diaper cake, and the first steps, of course, is to put together the structure of the diaper cake. I've made a few over the years. I'm by no means a professional at this, but these are the things that I've determined worked for me when I was making them. So, a few tools that we're gonna use. A while back got a set of 4 of these are only 2 of them, 4 various size round cake pans. These are the Wilton brand. I more than likely got them at Michael's. I can't remember. But there are 4 different sizes. This is the smallest size, and this is the biggest size. We're actually going to use the 3 smallest ones to make this 3-tiered cake, but I'm going to use this big one to demonstrate how we do it. Of course, we're going to use diapers for that. We're also going to use wipes, and I'll get to that in a second. Rubber bands and ribbon of some sort. And then also I've found that this Tim Holtz tiny attacher is very useful, and you'll see that in a minute as well. I have some scissors here just in case we need those as well. We'll need them to cut the ribbon. So step 1 is to put the wipes in the center of your pan. I do them standing straight up as kind of like a base for the cake itself. I find putting these in the middle, while they'll be useful for the parents to use when the baby comes, it's also useful to not use as many diapers for the cake. Now, I've seen lots of people do cakes where they take each individual diaper and like roll it into a cylinder, and then they do that all the way around the cake. I don't really like that method. I think it's too time consuming in my opinion. I like to do things the easy way. So what I do is I take a few of these diapers and I'll lay them out sort of offset from each other, so you end up with a line of diapers with about 3/4 of an inch to an inch overlap. So you take a few of them and just set them out. As you can, if you can see this, they're kind of offset from each other, kind of like in a fan or a wave. And so then I'll start by putting those around the outside edge of the pan with again your wipes in the middle. And so what you'll do is you'll just keep doing that. Just go until you get all the way around the pan. And most diapers, when you get them out of the pack have kind of a natural curve to them. So you can, it's usually fairly easy to get them to lay like you need them to lay. So we went all the way around the pan, as you can see. I tried to space them so that they're roughly the same distance. If you're OCD about it, it may take you a little bit longer, but it's good enough for me. We ended up sticking a second pack of diaper wipes in here just because this pan is so large that there was a lot of room in the middle here. So once you get through even placing these two in the middle, there's still some extra room in here. And what I like to do is I'll take a few diapers and just stick them in the middle just to fill it out some, so there's not so much wiggle room in the middle. And again, if we were using the smaller size pans for these, it would not have needed so many diapers, but this is for demonstration purposes at the moment. So we'll just fill this up just a little bit more with some diapers. Okay, so that's pretty sturdy there. As you can see, we've got our circle all the way around with these nicely fanned out diapers. And the next step is you need to secure it around the middle so that it doesn't fall apart when you take it out of the pan. Okay, so we have the pan together here, all the diapers in. You know, since we have two of these in the middle, I might use these rubber bands to rubber band these together just as extra security, not necessary, because once you take the rubber bands and use them to secure around the entire diaper cake itself, these should be pretty firm. These rubber bands I don't think are going to be large enough to go around this without breaking and hurting me, so we will just pretend that I did that. So I would take at least a couple rubber bands and put them around this, the diaper cake itself, just to hold it together.
Just make sure you don't secure it around the pan.
Yeah, you want it to be on the diapers themselves. Okay, so next, for kind of a decoration of the cake itself, I usually take some kind of ribbon. It doesn't matter what ribbon you use. You can theme it to whatever their colors are going to be for the nursery, or whatever the theme of the
baby shower
is going to be, or just their favorite color, whatever you want to do. We happen to have this baby boy ribbon here. It's fairly thick ribbon too, which is kind of good for this, at least for the bottom layer, because it'll take up a lot of space and cover nicely those rubber bands that you put in there. So what I usually do is I will take the ribbon and run it all the way around the cake, and I'll try to stick it down in the cake pan because that holds it nicely. And we'll just go all the way around here into the pan, theoretically.
The back doesn't have to be perfect.
And it's always easier to do when no one is watching you as well, also. So once you get it all the way around, like so, you'll cut it. We're not going to cut this right now because we're not actually going to use this large layer for our ending cake. So as you can see, it meets all the way around. And what I have found very useful is this Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. As you can see, it's very thin on the connector piece, and it fits very nicely down between the diapers and the ribbon, and I will just staple it in a couple places just to hold it, because you don't want this to fall off either. So once you staple it in a couple of places, you should be good to go. And then that'll be the beginning part of the decoration for this cake. So that's one layer down. This is a slightly smaller version of what we just did. As you can see, it's the round of diapers, and then we put the ribbon around and we attached it back here, trying to make sure that the edges line up so it doesn't get all wonky around the middle. So now that we have, this is going to be our bottom layer. We have put together similarly the second layer, but as you can tell, there's no diapers in the middle. You can see, or diaper wipes, excuse me. As you can see, these diaper wipes stick up way taller than this bottom layer. So what we need to do is take this second layer that we've already arranged in the pan and put it on top of this one. And as you can see how these are fanning out going this direction, I often like to put the top layer on going in the opposite direction. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. So, but I like the way it looks like that. So we have the hole in the middle here, and we're going to attempt to get that on top of these wipes and making sure we're going the opposite direction. Snug them down on there like that. Ta-da! Now, as you can see, we're going to need to put some rubber bands on this. So we'll put this, and as you can see, these rubber bands fit around here nicely. on the second layer. I'm going to put a couple on there so this doesn't break and hurt me. Okay, so those are pretty secure. Now, as you can see, both layers are now together. I may just fiddle with this just slightly to make sure all the diapers look like they're okay. Looks like we're missing, we probably need one extra diaper there. I may try to insert it if I can for my OCD tendencies. Okay, look at there you go, nicely. So now we have 2 layers of our cake, and again what we'll do is we'll take our ribbon and we'll go around the center again. This one we don't have the cake pan on there to assist, but it should be okay. And there you go, so 2 layers down. Now we're gonna make a 3rd layer to this cake using this teeny tiny cake pan. And I think what we're gonna use to put in the middle of this one potentially is the little snotty nose wipes that we got at the Dollar Tree. These hopefully will be not too tall to do that. Again, these were $1, and so you can use less diapers and they can have something for their kids when they start getting cold, so it works out well. So again, we're gonna start by fanning out a few of these to make our first sort of pass. Stick it around these wipes, and then sometimes it's easier to just put them in one by one. Actually, we put these backwards. Excuse me, these were backwards, like so. Problems. So we'll put these in one by one, making sure they're roughly the same distance apart with the fan. Turn it. And as you can see, clearly these cake pans make it a little bit easier, because I can't imagine trying to do something like this without having the structure of the cake pan available to prevent the diapers from just exploding and going everywhere. So these, considering how many diaper cakes you may think you want to make in your lifetime, it might be worth it to invest in cake pans. And, you know, I'm thinking these might be a little too tight with these wipes in here. We need to squeeze these a little bit. You need to put it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just somewhere close to even. It's good enough in my eyes. Okay, so we have our top layer here. Now, again, we're going to take the rubber bands, put those around. It'll be easier because this is clearly a smaller layer. And the rubber bands are really just to make sure it doesn't fall apart when you're moving it around. So we will put this on the top. So that's our 3-layer cake. So that's the basic structure of the cake. And now comes the fun part. Decorate it however you want. Again, you can do it based on just general baby theme. You can do it based on the theme of the shower if you're going to a shower. You can base it on the theme of what the baby's nursery is going to be, if they've chosen a theme. I've done all of the above when I've made these for other people. So we will get to using some of the supplies we introduced in the beginning and try to put these together. Okay, so here is our completed masterwork, if you will, whatever. So we just used a lot of the pieces that we had shown in the haul, a lot of the Dollar Tree pieces. These little socks and some of the little washcloths we rolled up into what little flower shapes. Just sort of tucked those, nestled them in between the fans of the diapers. So there's quite a few on here. We used some ribbon to tie some things on. We used some skewers to sort of connect things in and hang them off of. We used the forks and spoons to stick in between the layers, then also to hang some of the pieces off of those as well, or to tuck things behind just so they somewhat stay together. So we used quite a bit of the supplies we had. Not everything, obviously, because we had quite a bit, but this is our finished piece. Again, you can make this as complicated or as easy as you want to. Just the cake with the diapers and the ribbon by itself is sufficient, maybe with a centerpiece on the top. We use this little ducky here, but you could use the elephant levy. The elephant levy, you know, if you didn't have ribbon, you just wanted to do the diapers, this thing is large enough that you could just we'll mess it up, stick it on the top and he'll cover most of the diapers. So, I mean, that's an option as well. But this is our finished diaper cake. And I think we may do a separate video showing how we put together a wreath for the baby as well. But here is our finished diaper cake. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.